Right, hello guys, you're watching the Geeks and today we're talking about The Walking Dead Series 10, Episode 1 to 8 of the final series of The Walking Dead, Series 11. We talked about Series 1 to 10 already, so check it out on the channel. Without further ado, Episode 1 to 8 today, because such a big series, we've split it in half. But anyway, let's go. So, there's a lot to talk about, but I think we'll just get the irrelevant stuff out the way first, that I feel like are the weaker sides. So, Alexandra is literally taking a hit. It is running out of food supplies. Hence why Megan and her team have gone off to try and find supplies. And we've got the other guy who's lost his arm, metal stuff. He goes to Hilltop where he finds some people who were dressed up as zombies. He finds some of them people hanging around there. And we have that moral thing and should we kill him, shouldn't we sort of thing. And it was just a bit boring for me. I didn't find anything interesting from it. And that was definitely the weakest thing from these 8 episodes. Second weakest thing, also Alexandra then taking a hit, and Judith getting bullied by these people, and they break that thing that Carl made with her back in the day. It was just like, it's hard to see. I think Judith's such a great character, and it's hard to see her upset sometimes. And I love Rosita comforting her. I finally know her name, Rosita. I just always remembered her as like the one who's just attractive, but yeah, Rosita. Anyway, just thought I'd mention that I finally know who she is now we're on the final series, eh? Anyway, her comforting Judith and stuff like that was kind of nice. And then Judith and this other girl, you know the guy with the metal arm, her daughter gets... Basically, the house gets attacked by zombies and the massive weather attack and stuff. And Rosita kicks ass and does some stuff, but she can't hold it off for long. So they go all upstairs. However, the guy with the arm, the metal arm, his daughter kind of made Judith go down to the cellar, and when the zombies attack the house, they're now locked in the cellar, and the cellar's flooding from the weather as well. So it's, that is the weaker side of the story, but it was still interesting to see, and it had some character development there that I thought was nice. We also have another thing that's irrelevant of such is Eugene and the king and princess and the lawyer person meeting her brother. So they have times so they can escape this place, and they don't. And they've tried escaping 3 times, and they have the opportunity there, but for some reason they don't. And it's just like, you could have got out of this so many times. Anyway, Eugene meets the girl he's been talking to on the radio. She's been here all along. And then Eugene and her, once they've looked around the place, and it's quite a nice place. There's soldiers everywhere, and there's some dodgy stuff happening. And you've got Eugene breaking the rules with the radio. However, this other guy gives him another chance. And now they're on, they want to go back to Alexandra to tell their people to come here sort of thing, but they can't. Because they're under trial, and of course they're new people, so this society don't trust them that well yet. They need to prove their worth, but then they've already broken the rules. So now they're on punishment duty. And Eugene hits one of the people who is quite higher up, who's very much a snob anyway, but Anyway, does not look good for Eugene, and now he has to confess some stuff to one of the bosses of where he's been and stuff. Otherwise, he spends the rest of his days in this prison cell. So Eugene's not looking good. However, our king, he's being treated of such from the hospitals they have there, which is nice, because he obviously has cancer, and it's like, But they're all still on the trials, trying to kill walkers and take land for this new tribe, I guess you will. That's all we've got from that. There's not much there yet. I think it's the weakest of a lot of stuff that's going on. Now let's get to the main interesting stuff. This series starts off with a 2-parter. Literally Maggie and Negan have so many head-to-heads at points where Negan almost left Maggie to die in the train scene. However, then she comes back and stuff like that. And you have a 2-parter in the train scene. And this train scene's going for a long time. And literally, Negan's navigating onto the place because they don't know where they are. But they're looking for supplies in a certain area. And Negan's trying to help get them there. However, they get attacked by zombies in the train from both ends. It's like, it's a lot going on. And that dog, Daryl keeps getting to chase after, he's getting him into trouble quite a lot. It's interesting. However, our team lose a few people. It's new people that our characters are meant to have known for a long time. We don't really care about because they're new people. But anyway, Then our team get together, and they're going through the forest. They've just got through the train, and boom, this herd of people that Maggie's been afraid of all this time start attacking them, and our characters just split up. And then we get multiple episodes, like Daryl going off on his own adventure for an episode, and it leads him to Leah, who's the one who owns the original dog, and she's been working for these people that Maggie's afraid of. And then Daryl gets put into that group, and then he goes off on this journey, basically working against Maggie but also helping her, to the point where when Maggie brings that herd of zombies to the people, Daryl's having to make a decision as such and kind of betray Leah in some ways. And then the main boss, the Pope guy, I don't know, the religious guy, I think he's called the Pope guy, you know, I think he's literally called that. But anyway, he gets killed by Leah because Leah doesn't want Daryl to die. Plus, he's about to kill a load of his people and she doesn't want that. However, she wasn't just saving Daryl, she was saving her people. So then she tells her people that she didn't kill the Pope guy, Daryl did. So he's on the run now and gets to his people. And that's kind of where his journey's been. He's had to torture one of his own people, and that person had to pretend he didn't know Daryl to fit in and stuff like that. So there's a lot going on that way, and that conflict of Daryl and Leah and their relationship of such. But there's a lot going on. We also have another scenario with the woman who's deaf and this guy who Michelle found. Oh my god, they get into this house and it's creepy as well. And there's like 4 or 5 of them running around doing body stuff, and they're all naked and they're just coming down the stairs all really like spidery. It's so creepy. These basically people that have turned into foragers, and there's zombies around the house. So the woman who's deaf and this other guy are stuck in the house, and there's holes in the walls where these people can see, and there's attack, and obviously she's deaf, and it's just the whole setting was just creepy as anything. I'm just like, how am I going to sleep tonight? Because I've just finished watching them. So it was very much well done, and horror aspect. That is a phenomenal creepy aspect from this story I found. Next up, we also have Maggie and Negan going head to head. Also the priest guy we have who's going out with Rosita. He's doing his own thing. He gets injured at some point and then comes back. Maggie and Negan constantly head to head, and eventually when our team get together, apart from Daryl, and Daryl's trying to lead Maggie's enemies away from him because obviously he's working for him at the time, they all decide to dress up as zombies like the people did before. Dressing up as them, getting the skins of the zombies and having them do that. And Negan obviously knows how to do that because he's been working with them before. And basically him teaching Megan how to act like a zombie and, you know, fit in to gather a herd. And they do. They gather a herd from where Daryl is, and the herd Maggie's led this massive zombie army to start attacking Megan's enemies that Daryl's suddenly on, and he has to make that decision, of course, which leads to Leah banishing him, and then Daryl's with his people. And they have these like missiles things sort of going on. I think they're like fireworks or like archers or sort. There's a massive thing, and it's about to plummet on our characters. And that's how episode 8 ends. And that's how everything is. So I feel like now I've talked about that in like 8 minutes. It's really a lot going on, but I think there's elements that are just quite like the Eugene stuff, but I think it's going to pay off obviously later on with our characters in this new society, I guess you will, because Alexandria is falling apart. I thought that was interesting to show Alexandria falling apart, but I feel like they need to move on, and some of our characters are just not letting go on that. But I think the main interesting stuff was definitely Megan and Negan and that chemistry, but it's just kind of made me not like Megan as much, even though you should be on her side. I don't know. Daryl having to fit in with the others and that Leah conflict was interesting at seasons. Where are we going to go with that? I don't know. But I like elements of this story. There's a lot of stuff all coming together quite nicely and building to something. So I am going to give this series an 8 out of 10. And that's my thoughts on episode 1 to 8 so far. We'll see how the series progresses next time. So stay tuned for my thoughts on that. But as always, I'll see you guys in a review of The Walking Dead very soon. Of course, it'll be Marvel, DC, Doctor Who. For more you know, really supposed to be for a geek like me, so join and subscribe. I'll see you guys in a review very soon. Have a nice day. Let me know what you think down below.